Hey everyone, welcome to Smash Trivia on YouTube. I'm your host, Smash Trivia John. For this movie review, I'm going to be reviewing Halloween 1978, 2018, and Halloween Kills. So I'm watching these for the first time this week, so don't expect this to be terribly in-depth. If you're wondering why I chose to do these, I heard the new one, and it has gratuitous bloodshed, and that's the kind of slashers that I love. Plus, I've never gone to see a slasher in a movie theater before, so that excites me too. I know there's lots of other Halloween films, and I may watch them in the future, but for now, I wanted to just stick to the canon of the new film so that when I go see it, it makes sense. A bit of trivia for the first film. The title was originally The Babysitter Murders. And Michael's mask is actually a used William Shatner mask from The Devil's Reign. Alright, we'll get into now my thoughts on Halloween 1978. Firstly, I like the opening credits zooming into a jack-o'-lantern. And one thing I'm not really a fan of is a lot of 70s, 80s, 90s films gave characters, and more often female characters, these clearly fake, naive, child sounding voices. I really don't like that at all. I like how eerie it is right from the first scene. There's a scene in the film where they're in a car and Michael's in a car behind them and he's following them. They never notice him. I don't like that. That doesn't make sense to me that someone's chasing you that closely. You can't tell. And another thing, while watching the film, I wrote down, why did he have to kill the dog? I feel like Tommy might be the smartest person in the film. The deaths feel very fake. I want gratuitous bloodshed in a slasher film, so I'm not happy about how little there is in this first film. And Michael doesn't seem like that much of a joking guy, so the scene where he puts on the sheet and glasses, at least to me, it doesn't feel like it fits the character. I think it's interesting the symbolism when Michael arranges one of the bodies on the bed with his sister's gravestone behind it and another body in front of it, it hanging upside down with the arms in a position as if they're worshipping the scene that Michael created in front of them. All in all, this first film, it's alright, but it's nothing that's special to me. On to Halloween 2018. I like that we're seeing more of the mental hospital that Michael's at. I also really like this true crime podcast angle for the beginning of the film. I like the opening credits being this homage to the original, with it being a crushed jack-o'-lantern that's being uncrushed. I'm very interested in knowing what the 20-year-old case this podcast solved was. I agree with some of the characters in the film. Dave really needs to shut up. I'm glad they were able to bring back Dr. Loomis, at least in a voice form, since the actor passed away sadly back in the 90s. There's a scene where you see a bus crash and prisoners loose everywhere. And it was one scene where I really was not very happy with the film because it didn't make sense to me. You see that. What possesses you to get out of your car when you see prisoners on the loose? I'm very happy that this one has a lot more blood in it. Thank fucking God he left the baby alive. Dave is dead. The world can rest easy now. I like the twist of the new doctor being a bad guy. I wrote in my notes while watching the film that how Michael made a human jack-o'-lantern, so that's fun. I love the fake out when Laurie keeps thinking that Michael hid in the closet in the same way she did 40 years ago. All in all, I really like this one a lot better, so I was very excited for Halloween Kills. And we will go on to the review for that now. Halloween Kills is everything I wanted and more. It's chaotic and sometimes ridiculous, and I loved every second of it. I love the flashbacks to show us what happened the rest of the night of Halloween 1978. This time, the opening credits sequence has flaming jack-o'-lanterns and all of them, which was really cool. I love the bar scenes and the talent show. I love how bloody and creative all the kills are. I love how many characters from the original film came back. And in the flashback scene showing the rest of the night, Loomis looked really good. I wonder if they use CGI like Marvel does to recreate the actor. Rest in peace, Big John and Little John. I really liked them in the film. There were a few times that I actually laughed during the film. I felt really bad during the film for that mental patient who he had to kill himself because the rest of the people decide this guy has mental problems, he must be the bad guy. Overall, I think this was my favorite out of the 3 films I watched. I'm very excited for next year's Halloween Ends. On a side note, this was the first time I've ever gone to see a movie alone in a movie theater, and I really enjoyed doing that. Now, there's a crossover promo that was released for the film and for the new Chucky series on Sci-Fi that features Chucky and Michael carving a pumpkin together. It's pretty fun. So I was wondering, would you want a Chucky versus Michael film? I, for one, would love it. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please click that like button. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the films, so comment those down below. If you'd like to watch more from me, please subscribe. Many more movie reviews coming from me, so keep on the lookout. This again is your host, Smash Trivia John, signing off.